Alright, and we're rolling. God, you can really see everything in my room, can't you? Yeah, I've got a box over here on top of my bed. You can see back here, I've got crap on the ground. This is stuff I don't show you guys in the normal videos. Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, and wanted to just take a minute to talk with you guys. Also, I probably should note, I'm recording this on my webcam just because it's a lot easier. So the webcam's actually right here where you guys are, but I'm probably going to be looking down at myself this whole time. So sorry if I don't look directly at you. I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted to take a little bit, not too terribly long, though. We'll see how long this video ends up being. Every time I say that, well, this will be a short video, it ends up not being a short video at all. So, yeah. I wanted to take a minute and just say that today is February 7th. Now, what's so significant about February 7th? Well, 1 year ago today, I posted the first episode of Doctor Who, my reaction to it. Excuse me. Yeah, 1 year ago today, February 7th, 2018. God, you can barely see my eyes because of like the glare and stuff. Yeah, 1 year ago, February 7th, 2018, I posted my reaction to Doctor Who Series 1, Episode 1, Rose. And, man, it's been an interesting year, hasn't it? I know a lot of you guys came in on that, but of course there are obviously a lot of you that didn't come in for that. You came in later. That's totally fine, obviously. You know, a lot of you have come over the years. Some of you are incredibly recent. Like, I know there are a couple of you that just found my videos yesterday or something, or the other day, and it's like, well, that's cool. And so that's always nice to see. And I know a lot of you probably came in for like Game of Thrones. Maybe one or two of you came in on Hellsing or something, but yeah, a lot of people came in for Doctor Who. Doctor Who's definitely been my most popular series, and sorry if the camera is kind of shaking. My new monitor is a little wobbly, so anytime I mess with the desk, the monitor, which is holding the camera, is gonna wobble a bit. I'm gonna try to minimize that. In fact, why don't I just stay off the desk so that doesn't happen? So this has been an interesting year, definitely. I never expected this to happen, really. For a little bit of a backstory, I've been on YouTube for about 7 years now. I started on YouTube in December of 2011, so yeah, about it's over 7 years at this point. And I just started. I obviously did not start on here. This was not my first channel. I started on an old Let's Play channel. And because I was like, man, I want to be a Let's Player. This was like me freshman year of high school, by the way. So I was 14, yeah, because I'm 21 now. But I was a fresh-faced freshman, no beard. I don't even think I was wearing glasses at that point. That was before I started wearing glasses all the time. So yeah, no glasses, no beard, and I was just a freshman. And I was like, I want to be a Let's Player, yay! And I was for a while. I was a Let's Player for a while, and those videos are still up on YouTube if you ever want to go watch those. I occasionally like go look at the channel again, see if anyone has commented, because actually occasionally someone does. It's very odd. Someone will occasionally comment on one of those old videos. Actually, I go back and every so often there's a new subscriber. There's like 60 subscribers on this channel, by the way. But every once in a while, I'll go back and that subscriber number has gone up by 1. And it's like, what? How? I haven't touched that channel in like 2 years, by the way. So, yeah. So I started out on that channel, and I wanted to be a Let's Player. And it didn't go... Oh, it's not that it didn't work. I mean, I guess you could kind of say that it didn't work. I didn't get anywhere with that channel, really. I did some Let's Plays, and I had fun, and I did enjoy making videos on that channel, but I never really got anywhere with it. Like the most subscribers, I mean, right now I think we're that old channel's sitting at 62. It was maybe around 50 or so when I left the channel. So yeah, that was my beginnings on YouTube. And then I guess, let's see, about 4.5 years ago at this point. Actually around the same time that I grew the beard. I kind of thought like, oh, well, maybe I could be a reviewer. I could review things. And so that's kind of what I did. And I made Seventh Hour Films, where I would just review things. That was kind of it. I did a couple reactions, mostly to just trailers. And that was pretty much it. I just did reviews and the occasional reaction. And the occasional other video too. I did like a stupid video about Paul from Verizon. That's still up on the channel too. And yeah, that was just kind of it. And honestly, I wasn't having any more success on this channel than I had on my old channel. So I don't know, but I still had a lot of fun doing it, obviously. So that's why I kept doing it. So I kept going. I kept doing things, just kept doing reviews. I get the occasional comment, maybe once a month I got a comment. And this continued on into 2018 until, well, okay, originally I wanted to do a reaction series to Pokemon, and I've said this a couple times. I wanted to do a reaction series to Pokemon because I thought it would be an interesting idea, because I had seen the Pokemon anime, like a long time ago when I was a kid. And now I gotta keep my arms off here, so I'm just gonna be like this the entire time. So I'd watched the Pokemon anime when I was a kid, but I kind of stopped after Sinnoh. Like, once Sinnoh ended, I kind of stopped. Even then, I don't really remember it. I don't remember watching it that much, so. But I thought, okay, I know I've at least never seen Black and White. So I thought, okay, well, why don't I just do a reaction series? That could be kind of interesting, I'd been watching reaction channels for a little while. I'd been watching like Blind Wave and stuff like, and channels like that. And mostly Blind Wave, though. They're like my biggest inspiration for reaction videos, I guess. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll do a Pokemon reaction. And I did. I recorded the first episode. It was a lot of fun. I thought it was really enjoyable. Prior to that, the only show reaction I had ever done was I actually did a reaction to the first episode of Breaking Bad. And it's not a good video. It's not really that great. It's okay. You can still watch it. It's still kind of funny. But I was very low energy. I was not used to the camera, and I was not used to doing reaction videos at all. But this Pokemon video came along, and I was like, okay, I like this. We had a great discussion at the end of the, after the reaction. I had a lot of fun during the reaction. I was making a lot of stupid jokes and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, this is it. This is going to be fun. God, I just looked down. We're at the 8-minute mark. It's like, yeah, this is not a short video. I should have known. So I was so excited, and I put the video out, and it didn't really get any views, but honestly, I was not expecting too much because of how much views I had been getting on my videos. And then like 2 days after I posted the video, it got copyright hit. It got blocked worldwide by ShowPro, who apparently hates Pokemon reactions. And like, I went around and looked, and sure enough, there were a lot of people that were having a lot of problems with trying to do Pokemon reactions, mainly this company, and it seemed to be this company specifically that was doing it. I didn't even know who this company is. They're not like, I guess they're part of the Pokemon company. I don't know. So yeah, they took down my video, and I was like, I was a little crushed, a little, not like too much. But it sucked, man. It did suck, because I was so excited to get this, to do this reaction series, because it had been nothing that I had ever done before. And so then I changed it, basically, because also kind of like Breaking Bad. What I did with Breaking Bad was I would watch every episode of a season, and then after each episode, I would review it. Those are the words I'm looking for. It's still a little early, man. Caffeine hasn't hit the brain yet. So yeah, I thought that I would do that for Pokemon. I would just, after each episode, I would film a short little review, well, short by my standards, I guess, and then I would compile, 10 episodes worth of reviews into one video and put those out. And I've done that 3 times, actually. I've done the first 30 episodes and have not gotten back to it. I'm so bad about continuing that. I need to definitely get better at that, but whatever. So yeah, but I was kind of thinking, okay, well, maybe I could still do a reaction series. Like, I want to do a reaction series. And I kind of thought about, like, shows that I had never seen. And I actually came up with 2 options. The first option I came up with for a reaction series was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yeah, isn't that interesting? I'd seen people react to it. I obviously haven't watched their reactions, but I've seen that people react to FMAB, and I was like, okay, well, that would be kind of interesting. A lot of people a lot of people say good things about this, so maybe I should give it a watch. And the only thing about that was that I had just come off of an anime. Pokemon was an anime and it got hit, and I was like, I don't want to take a chance right now. So I kind of shied away from doing FMAB. I'd actually like to do it in the future. It actually sounds like fun to do in the future, but it would have to be later with the schedule that I have right now. So yeah, so then I went to my second option, which was Doctor Who. Because I was like, oh, well, Doctor Who, I've heard some things about it. I don't know. I don't know that much about it, but it's probably fun. I could probably, have fun watching that. And so I did, and I was lucky enough I had Amazon Prime. Like, I just got Amazon Prime, like, maybe a month before filming the reaction. So I had access to it. So, yeah, I did the first episode of Doctor Who, and I uploaded it. And then everyone just sort of came out of nowhere and found me. It was the weirdest thing, like just watching all of you guys just come out of the woodworks when I put up that Doctor Who video. It was very weird because remember, this is a guy, and you can still go back to all my old videos. They pretty much have the same view count that they did a year ago. And a lot of my non-reaction videos tend to get the same amount of views. So it was just really weird to watch that a guy who didn't get that many views on his, reviews and stuff was suddenly getting a ton of views for watching Doctor Who. And I was just watching all the comments come in, all the views going up. I kept watching my subscribers go up, and I was like, where are they all coming from? And I was like, this is awesome. So I was like, well, yeah, I'm definitely continuing Doctor Who, but this is like the icing on the cake. Now I really gotta. So I did, and I've had a lot of fun doing this. And I think if I look over here, the video is currently sitting at 10,257 views, 247 likes, and 159 comments. Whoa, that's a lot for me. It's actually, well, okay, we'll get to this in a sec. So I did Doctor Who, and I was doing it once a week, pretty much like I'm doing it now, but it was the only show, and that was fun. It was like the highlight of my week was recording Doctor Who and then putting it on YouTube and seeing everyone talk about it. It was so much fun. It's still so much fun watching everyone talk about this show because you all really love it. It's so much fun to watch everyone's comments, especially everyone's comments about how I don't know who Agatha Christie is. Yeah, I've gotten all those, guys. I get it. No, I'm kidding. I'm not mad about those. Those are really funny, though. Oh, what was my favorite? Oh, there was one that was like, if you don't know who Agatha Christie is, go back to school and pay attention this time. It's like, whoa. And I'm sure you don't mean that. If you're watching this, I'm not taking any offense. I'm sure you didn't mean any offense. I know you didn't mean any offense by that, and none taken, but Damn, that was a burn on me. That was really funny. I enjoyed your comment, is what I'm trying to say. We had 15 minutes. I just keep talking. So yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely interesting watching all these comments come in because everyone wanted to watch some schmuck watch Doctor Who, and it's because of that first series. Like because everyone just came out for that first series, everyone was like, "Hey, let's watch this guy," and then after the first series, I got a little ambitious. I was like, what if I did a second reaction series? So I started Stranger Things. And I was like, this is awesome. And I fell in love with Stranger Things. Like, Stranger Things, I probably would have watched at some point, but I think I enjoyed it so much more because I reacted to it. Because I've shown Stranger Things to, like, my brother and my parents, and they don't care for it as much as I do. Like, they like it, okay, but they didn't... It was hard to watch, basically, with them. And I think it's definitely that I really fell in love with Stranger Things because I reacted to it. And probably the same for Doctor Who. Although, Doctor Who I probably would have loved about the same if I wasn't reacting to it, if I was just watching it on my own. But I definitely really love it more because I reacted to it. And then I just kept going, you know. Game of Thrones came after that. That was the first show that you guys voted on, actually. My taskbar disappeared. That's disturbing. Anyway, I'm looking at my monitor and my taskbar is gone. I'm trying to install Premiere on my new computer, so yeah. Anyway. So yeah, Game of Thrones was the first one that I had you guys vote on, and Game of Thrones won by a landslide. There was no doubt about that, but it was just so interesting. It was cool to see because I thought I, gave really good options. Oh god, everything's opening. All right, there we go. I thought I gave a lot of good options, but yeah, Game of Thrones really won by a landslide, and I'm so glad that I'm watching Game of Thrones. Obviously, yes, it sucks that I won't be able to catch up in time. I know a lot of people want me to catch up in time, but that ain't happening. Basically, as a quick aside, if you still don't know, in May, I plan to triple up. I know that's going to be after Season 8 already starts, but that's the only time that I have to add more Game of Thrones, basically. So I'm going to triple up, basically, in order to catch up a little faster, and I'm going to hope to start Season 8 by the end of June. I'll just try to avoid spoilers till then. So yeah, it sucks that I won't be able to watch Season 8 live with everyone. However, I do know that they're starting production on a spin-off to Game of Thrones. What is it called? The Long Night or something? It's supposed to be like a prequel. Set like 1,000 years or so before Game of Thrones. So I'll definitely be watching that live, so I'm fine by that. As long as, if they want to keep going with this whole... If they want to do a bunch of spin-offs to Game of Thrones, I'll be there and watch them. So yeah. Game of Thrones was a lot of fun, and also, because everyone voted on Game of Thrones, I specifically went out and bought... like, the entire DVD box set of seasons 1 through 7 just so I could watch it, because I don't have HBO or anything, and I didn't know how else to watch it, so I was like, well, I'll just spend a little cash and get the whole series, basically. So yeah, and then after that came Torchwood, which was pretty much, I guess, a guarantee once I started Doctor Who, although I didn't know it at the time. I just started Doctor Who, and that was that, but then as we went on, and people were like, hey, you're going to watch Torchwood at some point, right? And I was like, Torchwood? Okay, what? Is that a spinoff? And it was like, yeah, it's a spinoff, and it basically takes place after Series 2. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that then. So I started Torchwood. Torchwood has been a lot of fun. Very interesting because it's not like super amazing like Doctor Who. It has like, it basically has its ups and downs. So it makes it a bit more interesting to talk about, Because you can talk about the good stuff, you can talk about the bad stuff, I mean, even though there's a lot more good stuff than there is bad stuff. So, yeah, I've really been enjoying Torchwood. And then, let's see. And then, like, basically everything else, like, I've loved doing, like, because I'm so used to reaction videos now, and now I just do a bunch of reaction videos. Like, normally when I would do, like, I used to do Sunday videos. Do you guys remember those at all? It's been a little while, hasn't it? But I used to do, like, new reviews or trailer reactions or something on Sundays. Like, there would be, you wouldn't know what was going on. Now I don't do that. But, like, even, you know, in October, normally what I do in October is I do a review for, like, a silent film or just a horror film. And this year, or last year, technically, in 2018, I decided to do a reaction to Frankenstein. And then in December, I decided to react to a bunch of Christmas specials. And that was a lot of fun. And then from there, because pretty much all throughout December I was doing reactions. Not all of them Christmas related, because one of them was the Avengers trailer. Oh god, I'm getting copyright content emails. Nothing serious, nothing's being blocked, just content ID matches. So, yeah, so I was doing a reaction video every Sunday, and I was like, well, what if I kind of kept doing this? And I thought about it because the way that my Doctor Who schedule works, which thanks again for, I'm so glad that one of you guys made me a schedule on how to watch this, because I would be completely clueless as to how to watch Doctor Who without this. So, yeah, with my schedule, basically, at a point, Sarah Jane doubles up, basically. It's actually coming up in a... on Patreon, it's coming up soon, but on YouTube, it's coming up a little bit later, a week later, obviously. Oh, God, I'm running out of words. So I was like, okay, well, Sarah Jane will take over Sundays at some point. And then after that, I want to do Game of Thrones on Sundays. And then, honestly, after that, I could just keep reaction videos on Sundays. So I was like, okay, well, what do I do until then? So I thought of doing Hellsing until then. Oh, God. So that's how I got into Hellsing. Sarah Jane obviously followed suit because I'm doing all the spin-offs. So, yeah, it's been so much fun doing all these reactions and watching everyone's comments on all these videos. It's just been a lot of fun, man. You guys have really helped. I mean, it's not like, oh, you've helped me through a dark time. No, obviously not. But it's been so much fun this past year, and it's all because of you guys. And this is, I guess, this is where we get a little sappy. This is where every YouTuber gets a little sappy. But yeah, it's all because of you guys that this is possible. You know, and it's because of you guys, like on Patreon, that I can even open a Patreon and, you know, make a little money off of this. Because YouTube doesn't give me any money. I don't get any money from YouTube, but I'm making money through Patreon. It's because of you guys in Patreon that that I'm able to afford this new computer. Or kind of. I'm technically making payments to my brother who helped me buy it, but not the point. But I will be able to pay him off because of you guys. So, yeah, this whole thing is that, to sum up this almost 24-minute video, God, I didn't think this would be this long. To sum up this whole video, a year ago I posted a video, and it was just another video to me. I was like, okay, well, I'll have fun. It was kind of fun to watch Doctor Who, but that's kind of it. It was just, this is cool. It's another fun video that I put up. And it's because of you guys that this past year has been probably one of the best of my life. And yeah, so we're getting really sappy here. Everyone get out your handkerchief. You might start crying. But yeah, you guys have definitely made this year amazing. And it wouldn't be this way without you guys. So yeah, yeah, I think that's basically it. So, yeah. thank you all for watching over the past year. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you to anyone, if you're one of the very minute group of people who were watching before I did Doctor Who and everything. Thank you guys. If by some chance you're here from the old channel, thanks for watching, but I doubt anyone is from that old channel. I don't think anyone carried over from that old channel, but yeah. Thanks. Thanks everyone for watching. This has been a ton of fun, and it's really this is, you know, this is basically where people would bring in the saying, this is only just beginning, but it kind of is, because we're going to be doing a lot more videos. Sarah Jane's going to start doubling up. I'm going to triple up Game of Thrones in May. Stranger Things comes back in July. We'll have a new show coming out soon. We'll have a new show to replace Stranger Things and Game of Thrones once those are over, but, you know, that's in the summer. I can already tell you that one of the options for the replacement for Game of Thrones, I'm going to let you in on a secret. One of the options is going to be Breaking Bad. Because like I said, I made that reaction video, and it was okay. I didn't really do a discussion, but it was an okay video. And then I did a review series, but I never went back to it. I never went back to Breaking Bad after that first season. So I can already tell you that Breaking Bad's going to be an option for a show to replace Game of Thrones. And yeah, so thank you all for watching. Thanks for everyone who came out for the first episode of Doctor Who all that time ago. And, oh, right, I meant to say, this Doctor Who is actually my second most popular video, my second most viewed video. My first most viewed video is actually my reaction to Danny Don't You Know by Ninja Sex Party. I don't know how, but it has 11,000 views. So, yeah. Well, that gives you something to strive for, is to push Doctor Who Episode 1 over that, but you don't have to. It's perfectly fine where it is. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video, for watching all my videos, and yeah, thanks. That's what this all boils down to. So with that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.